This is the Pilot's News Briefing Podcast. I'm Frank Daniels. With me today is Ana Risano from the Pilot's Newsroom, bringing us the latest news in Moore County. And I thought that we could touch on Metropolitan Planning Organization meeting that you went to. When was that? Was that last week?
Oh, gosh. It was this month.
Okay.
Might have been a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. But they're working on gathering public input, maybe.
Yes. So the Sandhills Metropolitan Transportation, Metropolitan, SMPO.
Yes.
Sandhills Metropolitan Planning Organization, which looks at transportation mostly in the southern part of Moore County. They are working on what is called a Metropolitan Transportation Plan.
That's why I think that's why you're
confused. It's all overlapping, which essentially looks at roadways within the SMPO area and says, what kind of needs are there? Are there capacity issues currently? Do they need to expand roads? Do there need to be other changes made? And so they are hosting, there's an input meeting being hosted next Monday, January 26th.
Okay.
It's a drop-in meeting from 3 to 6 at the Assembly Hall in Pinehurst, where residents can learn about this plan and also give feedback. Be like, hey, I always have issues on, say, NC5, which we know is currently in the process of undergoing a widening. But
Right. So this is similar. I've been to a drop-in meeting hosted by DOT where they had like big maps up and there are some representatives to answer questions. Is it similar to that?
I believe it will be. This is through a consulting firm who's working on the plan for the SMPO, but that's what DOT has done in the past, and I'm sure they will do a similar setup.
Okay. You said that they assess the roadways and look at things. Have they done? They've done an assessment, right? They did kind of a measurement, or
So far they've begun looking at current conditions, and part of that is creating a new travel demand model that will inform perhaps what conditions will be 20 years from now. It's supposed to give projections on population and growth and all those things. So that's kind of in the works right now.
Okay. So they haven't created an official, I don't know, for lack of a better word, document that displays the travel demand model or outlines the travel demand model?
Not yet.
Okay. Is that part of this whole input process?
The input process will not impact the data for the travel demand model.
Sure, because that's hard data.
Because those are hard numbers. But this will impact the overall plan and take into consideration what folks on the ground are feeling.
Okay. We've spoken a couple weeks ago about the population projection. Mm-hmm. Is that part of them gathering the data for the model that you mentioned?
Yes, that's for the model.
Okay. But you said I'm just curious about what kind of other things that might, like, does it show how many cars might be on the road or how many people, I mean, what kind of?
The model?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's, say it's estimating, these are just random numbers, 20,000 cars on this one roadway every day today, it might estimate that to be 30,000 cars 10 years from now.
Okay.
On a daily basis.
And then what kind of improvements or adjustments might need to be made to the infrastructure to accommodate? Is that kind of what the transportation plan is hoping to address?
Yes. Part of the plan will list out recommended projects for towns to consider and for the DOT to consider for funding.
Okay. But, as part of, because that's the whole point of the SMPO, is to identify needs and apply a priority to them, right? So that they can then recommend changes be made. So this is just part of their normal operations.
Yep, because the SMPO is only 2 years old, a year and a half old, essentially. It has to go through a lot of those kind of beginning stages of what was previously being done just on a county-wide basis.
Okay. Okay, so this is one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kind of housekeeping to then set the stage for following years where they won't be doing a new plan every year. They might update it, tweak it every couple of years as things change. But
Right, because you can't predict everything, but hopefully what they will as you say, set the stage here for that gives them footing to move forward. Okay, that makes sense. And then I guess, I mean, as you said right before we sat down, keep it short, and that sounds like we've covered what they're looking to do, and you said the input meeting is in Pinehurst. Where in Pinehurst?
At the assembly hall within the village hall complex.
On Monday, this coming Monday, the 26th, from 3 to 6. Okay, cool. And just open for anybody.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, if you have more questions for Anna once you read the story, you can send her an email to anna@thepilot.com. That's ANA at thepilot.com. If you have questions about what we're doing here in general, you can send those to me to frank@thepilot.com, FRANK @thepilot.com. And that's the latest news in Moore County.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you.